Thanks for joining us today on Envision. I'm Deanne Conrad here with Dr. Brian Maher, our superintendent, and we are educating and preparing each student to succeed in a changing world to the tune of about 24,000 students. But we have an additional task this year in that we are hoping to educate and prepare our citizenry for a vote coming up in September on a bond election. How do we go about informing the community and getting out the information to more than just our parent population? Because they're pretty easy for us to access through phone calling and email systems and such, but very critical to reach those who don't have children in the Sioux Falls School District.
In a real simple answer, I would say multiple methods.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little more complicated answer is we're out speaking at every opportunity that we have available. We're doing things like this today. We'll certainly have things on K-Learn as we go for the community to see. And also, we're speaking to every civic group we can think of, to every individual group. If you want to pull some of your friends together, we'll come and talk about the facts. We won't lobby for or against the bond election, but we will talk about facts. One of the things that our board, I think, has done really well has engaged the community in this entire process. And the ultimate form of community engagement then comes on September 18th when we vote for or against the solution that's out there.
Mm-hmm.
So before that vote is cast, hopefully a good chunk of our citizens will become educated, and we'll do our best to do our part to help in that education.
Right. So as you mentioned, it could be an organized civic group, it could be a church group, it could be a coffee group that meets at a local restaurant and has breakfast once a month or something along that line. Certainly wanting to share the information so that people have the facts, as that's critical. It's not a super easy decision to come up with $190 million bond referendum, and we know people are going to have questions inevitably.
Right. A lot of questions. I just think as you were talking, I'm thinking through, so what have I done? What do I do to help get that word out? I can tell you that tomorrow morning I'll be on the radio at 10 to 7.
Mm-hmm.
Next Monday night I'll be speaking at a local church. Last Monday I spoke to the Rotary, and I know several other people in the district have also been doing speaking engagements at those same or similar times throughout our community. So if you want to learn more and you want to just talk to us, we'll be happy to do that. If you want to get a group of folks together and have us come out and talk, we'll be happy to do that as well. We're looking at it from a grassroots standpoint in terms of providing the education, but also any chance we get from media or civic groups or just coffee clubs. We're happy to be of any assistance we can.
Right, and so a school district election is critical. We haven't run a bond election since 1997, but we are very familiar with election laws and election processes, and so all of those same rules that apply to every other election in South Dakota will apply to this election as well.
Correct. Yeah, this is from a practical standpoint, this is no different really than any other election, and we'll be held to the same standards and the same integrity of the election standards that we are for any other voting opportunities that we have as a district.
One question on the ballot, and that's the question of whether or not the district should move forward with the bond of $190 million. So that one question, people should be able to get in and out, cast a ballot in a relatively reasonable amount of time. And we really do want our community to come forward and come to the polls on the 18th.
I think as you're speaking there, I'm thinking, you think of going in a general election, and I might vote for the president, I might vote for congressman, I might vote for senator, I might vote for mayor, I might vote for a constitutional amendment, I might vote for city council. And at least for me, more often than not, there's one or two of those things that I'm really not sure that I've done my due diligence. This is one issue. It's yes or it's no, and it is about $190 million, and what that purchase of $190 million gives for me. So between now and September 18th, I encourage all of our voters to figure out what that means to them and whether or not they're for or against that solution.
If you want to know specifics, there is a bond calculator on the district's website. You could put the price of your home or the assessed value of your home into the calculator, and it will tell you how much the tax implication would impact you. The number we've been using, because $185,000 is the median priced home in Sioux Falls, that's $2 on $185,000 assessed value per month.
Correct.
So at $24 per year. But do go out and use that bond calculator. It's out there for your benefit so that you can see exactly what the tax implication would be for you and your family. We hope that you join us at the polls on September 18th. Thanks for joining us today.